So we are scared. We thought we would be protected, and now we have no idea.
Residents and families here at Maimonides Geriatric Center in Montreal's Côte-Saint-Luc are demanding they receive the second dose of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine within 72 hours, sending a legal notice to the Quebec government, which recently changed their vaccine strategy to administer all doses on reserve as first doses.
We need to make sure that those helping those who are getting sick are protected first. That's we're not in disagreement, but we had a contract.
The first doses at Maimonides were given on December 14th, one of the first places in the province to receive it, meaning the second dose should have started rolling out as of January 3rd, as prescribed by Pfizer. On Tuesday, Quebec administered over 6,000 doses of the vaccine for a total of nearly 39,000 since the start of the campaign.
There is vaccine at Maimonides in the fridge, when it should be in the residents' arms and the healthcare workers' arms who have already taken their first dose. It is serving no purpose in the fridge.
Pfizer Canada says recommendations of alternative dosing intervals is in the hands of health authorities, but a spokesperson for the pharmaceutical giant tells City News the safety and efficacy of the vaccine has not been evaluated on different dosing schedules, as the majority of trial participants received the second dose within the window specified in the study design. 2 doses of the vaccine are required to provide the maximum protection against the disease, a vaccine efficacy of 95%. There are no data to demonstrate that protection after the first dose is sustained after 21 days.
And after first dose, you have a certain level of antibody production, and then after second dose, that level of vaccine, that level of antibodies, so it was much higher. So basically, the logic here is simple. You have a higher level of antibodies, presence of antibodies in your blood, you are better protected and maybe longer protected.
I may agree or disagree with their decision-making here, but they made the decision. We were lucky to be here, and we accepted their decision.
Some Canadian snowbirds in Florida who are residents of the state and over 65 years old already got their first dose of the Pfizer vaccine and are scheduled for their second dose on January 25th, like Quebecer Leonard Miller.
I'm expecting that we will get the second part of this vaccine and be 95% inoculated. Right now, what I understand is within 2 weeks, we will be 70% inoculated. Whatever that may mean, 95% sounds much better than 70.
70% protection isn't enough for Joyce Shanks, who says Maimonides residents' lives are at stake.
They've been in danger all along, and we had this teeny glimmer of hope, and now it's faded. It's gone.
In Montreal, Alicia Rubertucci, City News.